This is part 1 of a 2-part series. I recommend watching part 1 linked down below in the description and the comments. When we left off, Onyxia split the King of Stormwind in 2 separate bodies. One is the weak-willed Varian, and the other was the strong-willed. The weak-willed one is currently back in Stormwind and being easily manipulated by Onyxia, aka Katrina Prestor, while the other Varian was captured to be a gladiator for the Savage Horde. Without further ado, let's continue. While being shipped off to Orgrimmar, Varian was introduced to 2 other gladiators he'd be partners with. Brol Bearmantle, a Night Elf Druid gladiator, and Valeria Sangrenar, a Blood Elf who was just sold to Raygar to be a combatant. Both of these characters have very detailed backgrounds, but for the sake of brevity, we'll be focusing on Varian. The reason for them going to Orgrimmar was to train for a special event in the Crimson Ring at Dire Maul. Members of the Alliance and uppity elves were a very rare sight in this part of Azeroth, and some of the other combatants despised this band of misfits.
Beat it, pink skin.
With the defeat of the Horde ruffians, Varian was given the Blademaster's swords, a perfect weapon for the bloodshed to come. Raygar's trio of misfits were shipped out to Dire Maul, forced to battle it out in the arena in glorious events that would be their life or death. The individual trials began with the first rays of the rising sun. The betting is heavily against Raygar's untried team, and with each victory, Raygar's purse grew heavier. And the crowd, particularly those who lost their wagers, grew angrier.
The pigskin's facing the Frostmane Troll, ha!
The event culminated in a 3 versus 3 battle that would surely be the end of the trio's winning streak.
By the gods, he's Logosh!
Brother!
No longer was Varian some nameless gladiator. The spectators in the arena named him after Logosh, an ancient wolf spirit known for his ferocity in battle. Varian was reborn. Meanwhile, Onyxia continued to spin her web, and members of the Alliance started to notice something was up. In a meeting with Magni Bronzebeard, the fake King of Stormwind, Varian, continued to brush off any worry of the Dark Iron Dwarves or the Blackrock Orcs. Magni was frustrated by this because his own daughter was kidnapped by the Dark Iron, and Varian's refusal to give aid felt like a betrayal. Prince Anduin approached King Magni, telling him that there is something wrong with his father, leading Magni to go on an investigation to see exactly who this mere shade of the former king really was. Logosh and his elven companions eventually broke free from their bonds and adventured on their own. The journeys they go on don't directly relate to Onyxia, so we're going to skip ahead a bit to when Logosh and company ventured to Ironforge. In Ironforge, they learned that Marshal Windsor, a soldier of Stormwind, traveled to Blackrock Mountain to find evidence of Onyxia's true identity, but was captured, and Logosh and company need to go and rescue.
And then your Dark Ions attacked, Torturer. Even so, had I not been injured, I would have slain them all as well.
Grab your hammer, Windsor. We're in a hurry.
Varian? What? How?
Now, with undeniable evidence that Lady Prestor was a black dragon, the true Varian and his group of adventurers delved into Stormwind, putting an end to this black masquerade once and for all.
Trumpets! Heralding the return of the king! No! Guards! Arrest them! General Jonathan, seize the arrogant deceiver and the worthless traitors who ride with him!
Reginald, you know I cannot let you pass.
Marcus, we served together under Terralion. Do you truly believe I would do harm to our alliance? Lady Prestor is a black dragon, Marcus. I don't know about the man who calls himself Varian, but I swear to you that the warrior who stands beside me is our true king.
Arrest them, Marcus! I command it! What are you waiting for?
You would not lie. It is as Windsor tells us. Let them pass, and may the light guide your hand.
Guards, the impostor and his retinue dare enter the keep. Stop them! Kill them! One and all!
The masquerade is over, Lady Prestor.
Or should we call you by your true name, Onyxia?
You're a useless tool, Varian, and far more trouble than any human
I've ever dealt with.
That, dragon, is only because you haven't dealt with me.
No, that only shows how little you know, fool. But I will deal with you now, permanently.
The guards that surrounded Onyxia revealed their true forms, and an all-out war took place within the throne room. The heroes of the Alliance fought hard, but not all survived.
Windsor, you at least will not escape me.
The battle raged on, and the two Variants attempted to fight each other during the skirmish.
Ah, the young prince! So valiant, so vulnerable. He can't aid you now, child. Neither of them can. And I've a special welcome prepared for you at home. We will soon test your mettle and see if you are as much trouble as your maddening sire.
And with that, the fight was concluded, and Katrina's true form was revealed. The next phase of attack was obvious. Enter the Den of Onyxia, free the Prince of Stormwind, and slay the Broodmother in her own lair. Little time was wasted. The heroes of the Alliance assembled and stormed Onyxia's lair with a vengeance.
It is not I who will fall on this day, but the royal house of wit!
In a last-ditch effort, Onyxia harnessed her same spell she used to split Varian to annihilate his copies once and for all. The spell, however, had adverse effects. The High King of the Alliance was whole, once again, ready to deliver the final blow to the Broodmother. Varian was restored to his former self, Anduin was saved, and the Black Dragon was defeated. The head of Onyxia now hangs at the gates of Stormwind, serving as a constant reminder that the Alliance is not a force to be reckoned with.
Whoa, back it up there, Chauncey.
So you might be wondering, this doesn't happen in-game at all. In-game, you're the guy that frees Marshal Windsor. You're the guy that marches into the throne room of Stormwind to reveal Onyxia's identity, and you are the person that slays her. But, that isn't canon. This comic book series actually plays a pretty big role in the future of other comics and WoW's storytelling in general. In an interview with lead writer Mickey Nielsen, he talks about the matter by saying, "We learned that when Varian killed Onyxia, players had a very visceral reaction to that, because they had gone through those quest lines and they had killed Onyxia. And so it was a response from the players saying, hey, wait a minute, Varian didn't do that, I did that." It felt like they were robbed of that player experience. It's safe to assume that the Horde Onyxia questline is canon since it's pretty much a totally separate story that plays a more third-person point of view from the events leading up to Onyxia's reveal. But Onyxia and Varian's story is a very unique and brilliantly orchestrated tale in the classic era of WoW lore, and it's a style of storytelling that I'd love to see more in the future.